Yes guys, welcome again to our channel. In 1800, Eugene Sue, in his memoir titled The Memoir of Matilda, wrote, and I quote, "Revenge is a dish best served while cold." In today's political events, we have noted that the government of President Ruto has purposely set itself to inject doses of revenge to former President Uhuru Kenyatta. I must first say that President Uhuru in his presidency did not master the art of loss of power. Robert Greene said in Law 15 that crush your enemy completely, because if you fail and you go halfway, your enemy will turn against you when the time is ripe. Right now, William Ruto is utilizing the laws by Robert Greene, and because Uhuru Kenyatta did not plan himself well and did not institutionalize his presidency, he is now being hounded now and again from his political party. We are looking at the current events surrounding the officials, the bona fide officials of the Jubilee Party. If everybody remembers, on 22nd of May 2023, Jubilee Party held its national delegates conference at Ngong Racecourse. And in this NDC, the delegates made various proposals. And some of the major proposals that were made, one was kicking out two rebel members, which are Honorable Kanini Kega and Honorable Sabina Chege. Looking at things right now, the Registrar of Political Parties produced a letter dated the 19th showing that she had delisted and deregistered Honorable Jeremiah Kioni and Mr. David Murathe as party officials. In fact, this decision overruns the court order that Jubilee Party obtained from the court on 22nd from Political Parties Tribunal that was warning and preventing the Registrar of Political Parties from making any changes to the officials of the party. One question that rises is, why was this letter made public a day after the National Delegates Conference was done? Because at every instance, when these two parties have had issues, the Registrar of Political Parties has used their official social media handles to post any communication regarding the leadership of any party, including the Jubilee Party. This clearly serves to show that Madam Nderitu is not living up to the responsibilities that she is given by the Political Parties Act of 2011. In the act that sets up her office, the Political Parties Act of 2011, Article 33, Sub-Article 5 states that the Registrar of Political Parties shall be independent and shall not be under direction of anybody. Going down to Article 34G, it states that one of the role of the Registrar of Political Parties, first of all, is to investigate complaints that are received from political parties. One begs to question, was there an investigation or a desire to understand the current affairs of the Jubilee Party? Remember, some days back, the Registrar of Political Parties had delisted Jeremiah Kioni's name out of the list of officials, and in fact, he was stripped of the role of Secretary General by a Registrar of Political Parties. When Jeremiah Kioni went to the Political Parties Tribunal, it was revealed that Nderitu was not fair to all parties because she did not give Jeremiah Kioni a chance to answer. She did not do due diligence to ensure that both parties are heard and a fair chance is given to them. With this past, it only notes, and it is evident, that Nderitu is not independent. In fact, she is under instructions from forces she knows, because looking at things, she is supposed to be the one championing for independence of political parties. She is the person who is the custodian of political parties in Kenya. She is the one who is protecting symbols, party members, so that people are not in more than one political party register. These are some of the things that she is supposed to do. But when you look at how she responds, more so when it comes to the issue of Jubilee Party, she has shown how impartial she is. Remember when there was this wrangle about Ford Kenya, Nderitu stood her ground and ensured that Ford Kenya did not leave Moses Wetangula out. But when it comes to Jubilee Party, she can go ahead and recognize Kanini Kega as the Secretary General and also recognize Sabina Chege as the party leader, not even questioning whether a NEC has powers to remove a party leader from that position. Remember, party leadership is not something you get from a NEC. It is something you get from the whole delegates, which is the highest organ that makes decisions on a political party. On this, Nderitu is showing that she is fulfilling the roles that her master, William Ruto, has planned. And in fact, this did not start with the Jubilee, because William Ruto's main agenda in his first term is to ensure that all alternative voices are shut. William Ruto has endeared himself to the judiciary by telling them, we will give you funding, we will do this and that. Judiciary is very silent on anything. William Ruto, immediately when he was declared as the presidential winner, the winner of the presidential election, William Ruto lured UDM into his coalition. He also lured MDG into his coalition. William Ruto went ahead to pick 9 members of ODM in the guise that they were going to seek for development. And they went and they promised to William Ruto that they are going to support the government to ensure that his agenda is met. These are some of the strategies that make Kenyans afraid, because if this is not monitored, Kenya will go back to a one-party state. Remember, those who are in power, they did everything to ensure that Moi ruled peacefully. Remember, Gachagua was a DC, a DO. William Ruto was one of the masterminds of YK92. People who are ruthless, corrupt, and everything that they did. And therefore, do not expect this government to appreciate freedom of association, and more specifically, the multi-party democracy that Kenya has enjoyed for many years. While we may fault Uhuru Kenyatta for many things, when it comes to parties that were far from him, he did not desire to interfere with them in many ways. And therefore, in this issue that is happening to Jubilee Party, all Kenyans must be joined together to ensure that we do not give this government space to rule us the way they want. Remember, demonstrations, when called by opposition, they have also been categorized as illegal events. And therefore, if you cannot demonstrate, if you cannot have a strong political party, if you cannot have any means where civil societies can speak independently, if you cannot have a judiciary that is independent, if you cannot have political parties that are independent, you are back to a single party regime. And this is what we call dictatorship. Kenyans must be vigilant and ensure that our hard-earned democracy is not watered down by people who did not believe in this constitution. We must be woke and we must stand up, because William Ruto government is turning out to be one of the governments that has decided and has legalized lying, that a president can stand and make declarations that are not supported by any investigation. Remember when he said that we are going to be given cheaper gases, that by June we will be buying gas at 300 or 500. When put to task, he says that now it is gas cylinders. When will we have a sure way of improving this government? When you put him to task and ask him, where is this unga that you say it is 150? They brought them around kidogo for sure, 1 day, 2 days, and it was only in pictures. Right now, I walked around, and what I realized is that unga is trading at 230, 210 the least, without proper checks and balances. This government will feed us and will interfere with our freedoms. Therefore, let's be woke and let's work to make our country great again. If you have watched us till the end, we thank you for being part of us. Kindly take a second, click that subscribe button, like this video, comment to show us your views and areas that you'd want us to improve on. Thank you, and join us again in our next video. Thank you very much.